Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Will Dragon and we are continuing our playthrough, well I say restarting a playthrough of Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader, as we just finished one before Christmas, and I'm joined by my beautiful wife who is going to design our Rogue Trader today. And so with that we're going to jump into a new game. We are going to be playing with the Void Shadows this time. We didn't play with them last time as it released halfway through our playthrough. And we also didn't play with the Grim Darkness. Not saying that we would have done anyway, because it was our very first playthrough. But that also got released halfway through our last playthrough. We are going to play on Daring once more. That's the exact same difficulty we played with last time. And so let's jump across. And yes, I understand it's horrible. Thank you for that. What punishment, clearly. We are going to be creating a brand new custom character. Now, fair call, we did do all of this yesterday. I did basically play the prologue yesterday, and then it turns out my microphone wasn't working. So we're basically doing a redo, the do-over. And so we kind of know a little bit what we're doing, depending on how many decisions have changed. Are we going for the same portrait? Okay, we are going for the same portrait. Obviously not custom portrait. Face was number 11. You want to keep face number 11?
Well, let's keep them again.
Want to go through them again?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're happy for the medium body type still?
Yes, I.
You want me to hang on. Let's
Take away the augmentation.
take away the augmentation
And
and
scars, maybe?
yeah, that's what I'm just looking for. Very quick. Oh, scars. Take away the one is fresh faced. Yep, we zoom back in.
Let's go with 11. I don't know.
And skin tone. I believe we changed the skin tone to a bit darker.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, we can.
Are we gonna? You don't want to go for jaundiced?
Yellow, no.
We're gonna go for the same one.
Healthy.
Healthy glow. Okay.
Sun-kissed.
We're going for sun-kissed glow.
Yes.
The Void Farer's sun-kissed glow. And then we're on to hair now. That is obviously the assigned one from the picture.
Last time.
Had this, I think.
No. Yeah, it was this
So it wasn't
one.
this one.
No, it
That's
was
full high
this one.
ponytail.
Yeah, that was the one. But
Of course.
I changed my mind. I thought about it last night. I was like,
Okay, well we have. You're not going for short hair, are you?
no, I prefer long.
Got shortish dreads. That's
Oh, that's good. Quite cool.
bob thing going on. We got a over the shoulder. Got a. Wow, that just makes me think 60s.
Oh, actually.
That's then that's obviously the standard one. Lots of metal in a ponytail.
I like that
bob.
one too.
Bob, a messed up Bob. Bob, I've just woken up.
Cute. I said I wouldn't.
Have tied up. Simple ponytail. Over one side. Bob thing. I don't. Bowl haircut. Short with style. Short with spunk. High ponytail with a little bit of a fringe, which doesn't actually join the rest of her hair.
I don't think.
Shaved sides with kind of dreads. Slightly less shaved side with dreads. Or long hair, I would say. Half shaved.
I think.
I think you chose. You don't want to see the rest.
I don't.
You don't. You sure? You
Maybe
don't?
that one with the feathers.
Feathers. I mean, go out in style, you know.
I like that too.
What do you think?
I think this one.
One.
Yeah, I know I said it didn't, but I quite like.
Okay. One eye. Okay. So do you want to keep the same tattoos?
I won. Because last time.
Got that one?
Yeah, I think.
Okay. Keep the... Both sides or just one? What do you want it on the open side?
Yeah.
Okay, on the open side. Any other tattoos?
The arm one.
Arm ones, I
Both
believe
arms.
we went.
That one.
Yes.
Yeah,
That one. Arm tattoos that you will never. Sure, I'll probably forget after the first episode. Was that it for tattoos? And we're keeping black ink
yeah.
with the eye as well.
Try pink.
Eye.
On the arm.
Oh,
Side.
on the arm. Selected right. Faded, really, isn't it?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I think that one.
Go on. I did that black. Another
I can.
Change the other one as well. Well, how about the face tat? What do you think?
A
Can't
little
even
bit
notice it.
different.
With that? Augmentations. I don't think we had any augmentations.
No,
last
it went
time,
for
did we?
none. Okay.
Still no augmentations?
I have a bionic arm, so. I mean, does she have an eye? What was that eye thing on her?
That she has on a profile picture. She can't have one of those either. You can equip things that kind of look like that,
Ah, okay.
but you can't have any of that.
And that
augmentation.
on her. What was her tattoo then?
Right.
I actually like that
That one?
one.
On that?
No.
So we've got a metal nose.
A beheading.
Yes. Solid jaw.
That too.
The tube. Dialyzed. Half metal nose.
That's cool.
Give her a broken
Yeah,
nose thing.
Let's give that.
Okay, she's been in a few bar brawls. Okay, and then the
I'll
voice.
see you
What's the
destroyed.
Yes, which we get you to re-listen to all of them again. For
Change
absolutely
my
no
mind, I
reason
don't think.
whatsoever.
Watch and learn.
Volume up. What's it called?
Down. I don't know which way I can't see which
Yeah,
way you're
try
turning it.
The Emperor gave me
One
a
of the ways.
vision.
I have a nose for profit and a taste for adventure.
Let chaos paint the stars red. The battleground beckons.
Hang on, what does no voice sound like?
Like absolute silence.
Is that what it actually plays?
Yes.
Nothing. Okay then.
I'd say mad female or heretic, but let's go mad.
That female
More
it is.
fun.
Gaze upon the powers of the
Very much
veil.
fun. Okay, so that's it. That's the character design. Now, last time I went for High World. Did I go for High World? Yeah, I can't remember either. It was so long ago. It was yesterday. Because I'm not going to be using any willpower. I am... No, wait. Agility and Fellowship are not my things either. Okay, I went for the Strength in Numbers. There are 3 or more creatures, allies or enemies in a 3-star radius. Actually, no, I did not.
A ranger or something?
Wasn't Death World. Definitely wasn't Forge World. Doesn't really wasn't Imperial World. Fortress World? Give me Perception and Willpower, which are good stats for a ranged character. Yeah, it definitely wasn't Imperial, definitely wasn't Forge.
Right.
It's ranged
Ranged.
character. Wasn't Death. Okay. Fellowship agility minus to willpower. I am gonna go Fortress World. I think. There is so much reading, there's so many things. Just looking at the skills, if we go back to Hive World. It was Hive World that I had last time, definitely. Yes, I recognize the skills. Which I'm just actually going to check on Fortress. I like them any better. I mean, Hail of Steel. To gain bonus against ranged attacks. First reload is free, which is fantastic, which is a ranged character. 7 to ballistic skill, perception, and willpower while in combat. Oh, while out of combat though, yeah. Bit of a downside. At the end of the turn, Fortress World characters gain attacks of never stop shooting. Whatever that is. Oh, no, that's never stop believing. Hey, we got some journey in here. Don't stop believing, folks. Most stacks that never stop shooting should be lost. They become something stacks instead. Okay. Yeah, this is... thing. I mean, perception is a good one. Willpower doesn't so much. Although, I don't think I want to lose Fellowship. Which I'm not too fussed on. We gain Fellowship. Strength and numbers. You know what, I'm going to keep Hive World. Sure, that's what I had last time. I'm sure I made a decision for a reason.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll go for that. We'll go for that. So we're going to go Hive World. I was a Astra Militarum Commander because that is bonuses to range, abilities, ballistic skill, and perception. Yeah, we definitely went with that last time over any others. The only other one that may have tipped it would be Crime Lord. That also gives weapon skill and perception. You get awareness on logic and my big thing. Ballistic perception. I mean, the characteristic modifiers are exactly the same. The only point would be these. That's pretty good. So the turns crime has no stacks of surefire plan. They gain +1 stacks. Yeah, there's just so much. You know, I'm gonna become a Crime Lord. Are you happy with your character being a Crime Lord?
Yeah.
Thought you might. Yeah, we're gonna go for Crime Lord. And then we can either have Logic, Law Imperium, or Logic. Well, the choices.
Logic? What?
Law Imperium. It's how much you know about the Imperium. Oh, who only knows? But I think I'm going to go for Logic. But Apex of Brilliance. You manage to corrupt an entire star system and turn it to your personal den of thieves.
Well,
or
like that.
you prevailed in a bloody shadow war against void pirates of your sector. I think we're going to go Feat of Greatness.
Why does it matter?
It doesn't really.
It's just backstory kind of
Yeah,
thing.
it doesn't matter at all.
Okay.
-5 to Persuasion. -5 to Cruise. They're just skills that you end up using throughout the game. -5 to Commerce. Cruise. I think we get a character at the beginning that's going to have good Carouse. Kind of take over that one. I don't think it's used personally too much from my memory. Happy to lose that. Archetypes. We went Soldier, and we're going to keep with Soldier. Skills. We are going to get a weapon. No, wait, sorry.
Those four.
Origin Advancement, Crime Lord. Ooh, I messed up. Did. Yes, they have weapon skill, not ballistic skill, which is what we want. It looks like we are going to be the Astra Militarum Commander. Are you okay with that? you're kind of... I say you're a good guy. There's really no good guys in Warhammer 40,000, so...
Saw her as being crazy.
Crime Lord, you
Awesome.
have given her a mad accent.
That was on purpose?
Yes.
Okay.
The Law Imperium, Athletics, or Persuasion. We're gonna go Persuasion. My feat of greatness achieved a great victory over the Root Powers. Bad people.
Oh. I like cat. It's
It's
much
easier.
less complicated, but it's
Awareness, Coercion, or Medicae. I think that's what I... No, not Coercion. Bruce I took it last time. I'm gonna take off Awareness again. It's... no, Medicae. Let's get rid of Medicae. I suffered unbearable torture at the hands of humanity's enemies. Again, so Soldier. I didn't want Soldier. And then Ballistic Skill. 45.
that was a
That's our shooting skill, yes. Perception goes up to 45 because that's our ability to actually be able to hit things. Or should I say for them not to dodge with ranged weapons. And then 10 more points. We put 5 into agility because that increases our dodge chance, which helps us die. In essence. Don't need to worry about weapon skill or strength, really. They're for melee characters. Toughness is hit points, which is always good. But I'm actually going to put 5 into Fellowship to increase my chance of persuasion, coercion, and commerce. Ooh. Characters deal 5% more damage with non-burst ranged area attacks. I definitely want that because we are going ranged area attacks. Yeah, we'll go for that. That basically means like if I fire a flamethrower, a higher chance of doing more damage. Area of effect. Now, can we keep it as Patient Fortune? Or can we put it as something that I can remember?
yes. Okay, let's roll dice a little. Oh, that's that.
I can remember. Probably remember that. I can. Yeah, so most of these.
That's
No,
the one.
that's what it was
chose.
last time.
I
That one. No, it's in the Gloria mode. When they start going slightly Latin, you do it. Trailblazer. Fear of the Faithless.
I'm gonna be
Red
religious
blazer.
as shit.
No, not really. Vetoed. Vetoed.
Calamity's Promise, that one.
Okay, Calamity's Promise. I think I can remember. So these are the results, and of course, then we need to edit the name. Do you want to go back to CC, or would you like a new name?
Beefy.
It is not a poodle. No, I can't think of a cooler name. By the way, you're not
It is,
coming through on the
but-
microphone. Where?
I? Oh yes, I'm.
To project!
I have a hard time projecting. Thank you. That's better. So people have not been hearing me for all this time. I've been just like silently
You've
miming.
just been silently miming. You've been the silent partner in this character creation.
But all my wit has been, you know, gone just to darkness, unrecognized.
You'll have to come back for another episode at some point and give us some more wit. Your wit has gone to the grim darkness of the Warhammer
has,
40,000
it has.
universe.
How sad. Anyway, let's call her Cece.
You want to go for CC again?
Yes, let's go Cece.
CC.
I like the idea of a really dangerous crime lord with a very
Cool.
silly name.
She's not a crime lord, remember?
Oh yeah, whatever she is. What is she? Astra
Astra
Commander.
Militarum Commander.
Astra, not Astra.
Yes, Astra Militarum is in the army of the human race in Warhammer 40,000.
Right,
They are
okay.
the Astra Militarum, the human faction.
Got it.
Yes. So we happy
She's
with
a mad
CC?
Astra Militarium
mad.
Commander.
She is mad. That voice is pretty crazy.
With
I'm
an
not gonna lie.
awesome haircut. Full
An awesome haircut,
tattoos.
which we will be able to see which I have to do in game as well. But once I
But don't you like her the hairpiece? No, not the hairpiece.
no,
the
no, we're gonna keep
headpiece.
the hat. Oh, but also her clothes. That's weird.
That's rude. How dare you?
We do, however, get to which I can do in game. Need to color her
Oh,
outfit.
nice. I like the dark one.
Dark one. Go for black.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
Okay. I don't know if this. I might have to change this in game, but I'll have to take that off in game. I think. Yes, we're gonna go for black outfit. Right. Let's start this madness going then. Let's redo the prologue. Hopefully as well as it went yesterday. Just for those of you, well, you'll never see it now because I have actually deleted the video. But just so you know, it went perfectly. Absolutely perfectly, folks. Couldn't have gone better. Oh, well, we did.
Yes, you didn't tell them wrong.
What,
Sound.
the microphone?
Yes, the
Oh, yeah,
microphone.
of course you did. Yeah, they heard. Hear me, remember, just
All
not you.
mute. Yes, true.
My microphone has selective hearing.
It does.
My
clearly.
microphone is male.
Much like yourself, yes, darling. No wonder it's your microphone, isn't it?
Yes.
And it can't hear me. Interesting. Metaphors.
Hey, Jacob. This is a Warhammer 40,000 playthrough. It's a brand new playthrough. It is going to be on Iconoclast. It's Grim Darkness on Daring difficulty. It's, yeah, and we're just about to start. My beautiful wife is here. She's helped me design our character.
Hi, Jacob.
We have a mad-sounding woman called Cece, who is an Astra Militarum commander and a soldier. Which makes sense, because she's an Astra Militarum commander, but... But yeah, so that's what this playthrough is. And I'm going to go and jump in. I don't know if you want to hang around.
I've done my job.
You've done your job.
Yes.
You're ducking out. You're running.
I'm ducking out.
You're ducking out.
Have fun.
I'll try.
Yes, do try.
Oh, the difficulty. The difficulty of playing video games.
Bye, everybody. Have fun. Now close the door.
Thank you.
I won't forget like last.
Could have gotten away with that. They never knew. Right, let's put the headphones on. So how are you doing today, Jacob? Oh, hang on. I need to... to readjust my volume, basically. No, wife's going deaf. Slightly adjust the microphone. Yeah, so how you doing today, Jacob? Welcome to the stream. Let's kick this bad boy off. And let's become a rogue trader. Honestly, if you like story-based RPG games, it's amazing. Or finish painting. It does take a lot of time out of your life. I won't go and take that away. 1 second, my audio levels are a bit... Okay, hopefully I'm not competing with the game quite so much now. But yeah, no, it's a great game. It will take a lot of time out of your life. The first playthrough did take me over 100 hours.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
All I would say about the game, and it's not necessarily a down point, but just which does put some people off, is it is quite text heavy. There's a lot of this, which we won't be focusing on so much this playthrough because, I mean, having played through it all and seen it all, congratulations on the kid, Jacob. That's fantastic news. Unfortunately, it's not great news that you now can't play AOS or 40K, but, I mean, hey, the kid news is, let's be honest, I mean, it trumps both of those. Have we met?
Allow me to introduce myself.
That's amazing. That is absolutely
Conrad
amazing. And you say that, you never know.
Master of Whispers.
You could
in
still
the employ of her
find
ladyship rogue trader
time.
Theodore
So I'm
von
lying.
Valencias. At your service.
I'm lying. You'll never
I
have
had
free
the
time
pleasure
again.
of speaking with you in person before.
let's go full introduction. Lieutenant General C.C. Scipio Grimold.
My regards, Lieutenant General. The Astra Militarum is the hammer of the God Emperor, isn't that what they say? Well, it is likely that fate will give you ample opportunity to demonstrate your talents as a commander.
Well, no, you say that. I believe... I mean, I don't have kids myself, but what is it? Around 3? 3 they start preschool? 3 or 4? I think, no, I believe it'll be 3 or 4 they start preschool. So hey, you may get 20 minutes. You're lucky. Once you finish tidying up after them.
I will be frank with you. You may
But yeah,
forget
no, honestly,
your
mate, that's
past
amazing news.
titles,
Do you
no
know if it's a
matter
boy or a girl?
Who gave them to you, or what their origins are. From the moment you and the other candidate were brought aboard this void ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodora von Valencias, and carry the burden of an heir of this house. Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with her ladyship. Bear it with honor.
Lord Captain, a strange title.
Such are the traditions of the Imperium. Lord Captain is the title that was established in the annals of the Lex
sacrosanct.
Imperialis at the time when the first rogue traders entered.
What do you want?
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. The Lord Captain and Master Ethelthrad von Valencias are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
Let us join them there. I am going to very quickly... thank you. Thank you. I'm going to remove my helmet. And let's just say it got blown off in the wind. That's great, mate. That's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I mean, now you've... See, now you need to actually increase the size of your Warhammer collection, so you've got more to give your kid. I'm just giving you excuses here, and you're welcome.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
There's nothing to pick up at this point from what I remember. People are praying to this glorious book and image.
One of the Von Valencia's trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
What's happening? Run! The servitors have gone berserk!
Into the fray we charge.
I've been ambushed. The main quest in this game, I don't know how much you know, I'll kind of go possibly back to the basics a little bit. So you're the heir to a rogue trader dynasty out on the fringes of space, and there's obviously some good old-fashioned heretical stuff going on, as well as some Aldari and Drukhari fun guys, you know, running around. And so, generally, I don't know, the main quest line is, I suppose, yeah, there's it's to stabilize the Coronis Expanse and kind of find out what the heretics and Drukhari are doing without kind of giving away spoilers. And stopping them in their tracks. So they're the main bad guys. The heretics are the word bearers. You can get a Drukhari Goth mummy. Yeah, kind of, I think. That's kind of going to be a bit new to me, because I think that's actually in the DLC, which is this is the first time I'm playing the DLC.
A genius at work.
And we missed. I mean, this is
What if?
is near enough just my introduction to combat, which Hey, I hit him. Hey, you hit him. Impressive. But yeah, you can actually get a Drukhari companion as a character. But I'm not sure if the person you're technically referring to is the Void DLC character. I'm not quite sure what race they are, because like I said, I haven't played. Let's step backwards, because I don't want him coming after me.
Through the smoke and gunfire.
And I missed. And you missed. And he did not miss. Wow. It's really funny, because as soon as Comrade gets a go, he will annihilate him.
Oh, a wicked thought.
90% chance.
Schemes within schemes.
If I shoot from where I am. A 60% chance.
A genius at work.
Hopefully he doesn't come after me. You see that dodge? There you go.
What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident.
Yes, Conrad,
Servitors
yes.
malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a
Then, of course, the guards turn up after everything's finished.
I'm afraid I must remain here.
CC.
For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
God. I have to listen to this voice for the next 100 hours. I don't actually run a tabletop army. I have never had the time, basically. During my 20s, I was traveling around the world. And now, not in my 20s, I work full-time and stream. So, I've never had the time or really the location to be able to do it. But if I did run a tabletop army, I am definitely a fan of the salamanders. And other than that... Oh, hello. Other than that, probably
That
the
is
orcs.
Simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
So those would probably be the top two. It would probably be orc or salamanders if I were to run a tabletop army.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad?
Your first impression of Edelthrad, who appears to be about 30 years old, is of parchment-like skin stretched over tightly bundled mass of sinew, implants, and bone. The nervously twitching fingers and face twisted by a slight tic, and the jerky movements are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. In stark contrast to Ethelred, Theodora von Valentius's feature appears as if they were carved from marble, eternal and indestructible. Head raised high, proud posture, hands clasped casually behind her back. Everything seems to emphasize the difference in status between her and Ethelred. Yeah. Good luck with everything, and thank you for joining us, Jacob. We'll hopefully see you again. Next to the two of them, you see two more men. One is a grey-haired officer of impeccable bearing, who is studying the contents of his data slate. The other is a behemoth bristling with holsters and baldricks containing all manner of weapons.
Our second candidate has joined us. Approach and give me your answer. Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis Expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
Now I'm going to choose one of the things that I can pass because I'm knowledgeable on these things. We're going to go Law of the Warp this time.
Thorough, but presumptuous. It took me a great deal to find one psyker who could serve me well for many years. Yet you speak of several.
Well, someone's clearly a poor rogue trader short on resources.
Sanctioned psychers are rare and valuable instruments of the Golden Throne. Or do you suggest that we use heretics, who are an offense to the God Emperor's light? It would be rather careless of you to utter such profanity in the presence of his faithful servants.
Should we be having petty feuds?
Even among his flock, not all are of a piece. I suggest...
Oh, quiet, Ethelred.
I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship.
Ethelred.
Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his...
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
Well, off you go.
So, why are you here?
Are questions that I wish to have answered.
You are direct. I approve. But you will have to wait. My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity. And my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all. It
Anything
is
else?
my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon, resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
Basically, that speech boiled down to, I'm here, I can do what I want, and I do what I want, and I'm rich and powerful. One of.
Naturally. Some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Ethelred may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate. Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those
Thank you
who
for
share your
clarifying.
blood. have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge.
Where is your ship headed?
The Rycad system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Coronis Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor. I set the course for Rycad on the demand for a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time.
What are my current responsibilities?
Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position.
I have
Eventually,
no
I
more
will
questions.
find. In that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
Like, now? We have heretics.
What an amusing attempt at defiance!
We have been ambushed. Kill them. Beautiful little tribute.
Tried
Gives
and
me
tested
50
tactics are the
ballistic
best
skill.
Reduced to dust.
2 down.
I took care of this one.
3 down.
Stay vigilant.
Another 3 down.
Glory of the Imperium.
That's half the number dead already.
Crush the feeble!
And then I get to maybe kill one of them if I'm lucky.
Ha! What if... Ah!
Hey!
Is shattered!
I was helpful.
I serve the ruinous powers.
I probably should have used run and gun, but I mean the fight's a foregone conclusion. We don't lose.
Chaos guides me. Oh, my ears are ringing.
Ah, poor Avalard. Yeah, he dead.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. 1 fewer target.
3 guys left. 2 guys left.
Weapon at the ready.
1 guy left.
Death to the heretics.
Just you and me, boy.
Step by step, I lead.
Quick draw.
Claims! Another one.
Sold. Heretic's dead. Hey, and then the help turns up.
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive. Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel.
Your
Mort
orders.
has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the arch-militant requires aid. And
Be so quick about it, I'm going to ignore you. No wait, it's not in this direction. Sorry, I'm kind of one-handing this a little bit.
My nerves are frayed.
It's up in this direction.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Kunrad?
The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
I love it. You can tell when a character's not important because it doesn't get a picture.
Mort, pull yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're...
Hello, Lord Captain.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Voxmaster is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
I have not yet received word from the Engineerium regarding any Geller field failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance.
Who could possibly have
Perhaps
planned
this
such
is
a
an
thing?
organized mutiny.
We must provide immediate assistance to the middle decks.
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once. Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance. And if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at direct...
I get to go with the Master of Whispers.
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand?
I hear and obey.
Then move out! Mort, come.
Let us be off.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear.
You have a proposition.
Oh, certainly. Lady Theodora would be devastated.
I tell him to lead the way, and then I turn my back. I don't know. I feel like the dialogue and the events don't quite match up. But I am clearly... Hey, get your foot off my back. I've clearly just been hoodwinked. And we shall be becoming part of Conrad Voigtgear's plot. Hey, there's no need for that.
Careful, careful.
Yes, be gentle
with our guest. She has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warren Chamber, and for that, I need her breathing.
What is the meaning of this?
You must have hit your head harder than I thought. No matter. Very little is required of you. Just your blood, which you can either share of your own volition, or I will spill it for you. We are in the anteroom of the Warren Chamber, this void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. the sacred warrant of trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates of the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
I'll help you as long as you spare my life.
There's a good girl. Then go to the Sentinel at the gates of the Warren Chamber and fulfill your destiny. I had hoped to feed Edelthrat to the machine. He is the one who caught Theodora's eye, after all. But since procuring him has proved difficult, you will have to do.
Let us go forward. We have avoided being cut by a heretical knife and having a demon in our head. Tech use 65. Oh, 100% chance. Beautiful. You carefully inspect the design of the gate cogitator. What immediately catches your eye is the strange alloy that was used as a material for the machine's components, some of which are unfamiliar to you. You suspect this might be some kind of archaeotech relic. Them and the Sentinel. Noticeably different. It is better made, so it lasts longer. Let's place my hand inside. The fid screen of the cogitator flickers. You're beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, you could catch your breath, maybe even close your eyes and pretend none of this ever happened.
High levels of caustic humus. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
Yes, I do.
Request accepted.
Look at it.
Well, there is still another way.
I love how it activates defenses, but then still opens the gate. Like, if the defenses has failed, you've just opened the door, mate. I do also quite like how this wonderful turret gun was actually firing before the doors even opened. Like, that is a machine spirit that really wants to kill heretics. The beautiful warrant of trade. Let it be known that by my will and the true words of this document, I appoint this person to be the bearer of the warrant of trade. Bestow upon them, their dynasty, the great mission. To be the paragon of humanity, unbroken by adversity, to walk bravely first into darkness, to unite and reclaim what was lost. To triumph over the nightmares untold, to hold boldly the reins of fate, to walk steadily the road of thorns, through pain to greatness. No, I had to read that pretty quick because you don't go very long to actually read that.
Escort the child of the house to safety. Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Voxcaster, restore communication with the Navigator's Sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head...
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection.
What madness is happening here?
Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel standing by.
Lead me away from here.
Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the Warren Chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
Tapestry of a world. I am the rogue thread.
Oh, what a wonderful voice has been picked for the rogue trader. Oh, now this is glorious.
Run, fools, or fall!
mean, that was glorious.
Mistress? What? Whatever are you doing in the Warren Chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me. What is the meaning of this?
And as I said it last time, how he looked in that little clip is... This little picture of him does him no justice whatsoever. He looked so good in that picture. Like, he looked badass. Anyway, Iconoclast is a traitor.
What?
I intend to take revenge.
Oh, holy God, Emperor. I presume he is the one responsible for the mutiny. And, Mistress, I wish to remind you that you are to refer to the Lord Captain as Lady Theodora.
Vodka openly admitted that he's the mastermind behind the mutiny.
Saints' blood! And it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive, and now safe, Mistress. Alas, I doubt we can afford to look for a compartment to sit out this disaster.
What a shame.
You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And for the love of the throne, now is not a good time.
Dialogue.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
Oh, whoops. Not quite what I was after. Go and...
Let's patch you up.
My appreciation.
Patch me up. Go and arm me. We can't go and use that, so that can just go back on.
That is a noticeable improvement. Now, the lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. But that is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive.
How did you find me?
You sent me a Vox message. Specifically, a Voxcast on the officer's frequency, which I had the good fortune to receive. You mean to say you did no such thing?
The Warrant Sentinel may have sent that message.
Warrant Sentinel? The Lord Captain barely ever ventures down to the chamber, and I was at her side only once or twice when she did. And I did not see it. The Warren Chamber is an ancient and rather sacred mechanism that the ship's tech priests treat with the utmost reverence. I assume that whatever it is that you did, you must have activated certain processes and caused the Sentinel to awaken. But then, why did none of it happen when Lady Theodora did the same?
The Imperium and humanity lead the way.
Come.
To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor! Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home, and with all your might.
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved.
Onward! Oh.
Cower before the mind unhinged.
Surrender to the dark powers!
He is a freaking mind unhinged. We're going to stick you slightly to the left and forward. Then CC, we're going to bring you here and...
The storm approaches.
See if I can get damn it. Run and gun. And then let's see if I can get these two
Predictable.
Did, but he only got half his health taken off.
A wicked thought.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
To non-believers!
Yes, gather one, gather all.
At your beck and call, I took care of this one.
Yeah, you did. Oh, he's too far away. That's a bit of a shame. Oh, man. Why can't I get in the middle and hit them?
Indeed. One fewer target.
Become a pain in the ass to them both. I suppose brace for impact. I don't quite know who's going to get shot by who. Oh, he's melee. Or she's melee. Good work. Good work.
Schemes, schemes, within schemes.
Well, that's just...
It will be done. I took care of this one.
better. Nice, we got a level. Let's pick up our loot. Keep one las pistol. Always add to the cargo zone. Keep one sword. They've all had everything collected. Do a pistol and a sword, just in case needed. And let's do a quick level up. The first level is quite easy. Awareness, Demolition, Athletics, and Medici. Now, of course, I can always change these, which I probably will. A little bit of forward planning. I don't quite know which characters I'm going to use, because I'm going to be gathering all of the characters I can, as opposed to on the last playthrough where, well, a lot of them I hunted down for being heretics and Xenos. So, I'm not quite sure which characters I'm going to use, like I said. Now, awareness could be a good shout. I mean, that puts my awareness up really high for at the start, which is a nice 55. We are not going to become our athletic character. That'll probably be Abelard's second. We're not going to become Medici either. I mean, Demolition's the other one, because I'm in essence going the same archetype as Argenta. So I think I'm still going to use her, but I'm not 100%. So I think for now we'll go awareness. And then Abe, for you, we can go Carouse. Let's go get a nice bonus. No, let's go get a bonus to athletics, because that does actually come into effect fairly often, and kind of from the beginning as well. The Navigator's Sanctum. Yeah, let's...
I hear it here on the threshold of the blinded guide. Doom comes from the heavens.
Master, watch your head. Idira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Oh, Abelard, where's your fun?
Sorry, old man. The voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abelard.
This is Iconoclast, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valancius. Idira?
Uh-huh.
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate. To die in the waves of the immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer. The voices from beyond the threshold.
I have no answer. Not much of a diviner.
Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamor around me...
He sounds just like the rogue trader we've currently got picked.
Too loud. And you are Von Valancius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs. Well then, we finally meet.
Officer's frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officer's deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officer's deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack.
That's Ethelthrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well.
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Ethelthrat's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Blast it. You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
What are you doing here?
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp.
That is
The
Adira?
whispers called me to the enginarium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of...
What? You don't mean the Engineer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the Navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the Navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks.
We'll see if the Navigator is well.
No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity.
How about we get
We're
going?
not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
He's like a mad, crazy Jamaican witch doctor or something. Like, that's what I get from the voice. Let's have all three of them. Sure, there's nothing up here. Door is sealed shut. Oh. Somebody will die screaming. He's got a tentacle arm.
To the ordinary, I am an enigma.
Whispers are getting louder.
You'll make a suitable sacrifice.
Have some bullets in the back of your head. Abe, you're going straight up the middle.
Anything else? What an unfortunate turn
No,
of fate.
just that's fine. Forewarning
Will
on
do.
Abelard. I suppose we may as well.
Anything else?
Hold on.
Heretic Psyker. Ouch.
Such is the will of chaos.
Ouch!
But I'm still standing. A wicked thought.
Abe, come and kill this
Pathetically
guy.
sound approach. Reduced to dust.
And come and charge this guy.
At your beck and call. I took care of this one.
Done. Creature in the chair appears as if it has become one with its throne. You see pink parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and the limbs that have Too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator is breathing heavily, the air whistling as it exits through the two dark, gill-like slits on its cheeks. The creature's eyes are shut, its ordinary eyes, as well as a third one that sits in the center of its forehead. I mean, let's have a quick look at him here. As you can see, he's yeah, he's half demon by now. He's having a rough day.
I believe Master Vespider still lives. The servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
Give Abelard a pointed look.
Master Vespider.
Your time is short.
Our time is short to do what?
Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn.
I could have just said so.
He came from beyond! His body is not his!
Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings, each one a portent of salvation within me. Run. Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help.
Who torments you?
The Edge. Kneel before the ascent of a new champion. When the rite is complete, the shell will burst, and thousands of Moors will accept the sacrifice offered to the edge of daybreak by the bringer of twilight, the one marked by the will of the gods.
Okay, let's just skip all of this nonsense. I feel like time is of the essence. Let's see what we have to do next.
The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo skull relayed to us earlier.
Vespidas, good luck. And thank you.
Navigator does not give her a response. Black tears mixed with blood are streaming from under the closed eyelids. The vox at the base of his chair is bellowing out static, interspersed with distant echoes of otherworldly laughter. Let's gather our loot.
There will be no peace in my wake.
Doesn't look like there's... Oh, what can we see? Harry Sampner's private haven of the ship's guide through the warp and a death trap for anyone left inside after the translation to the Immaterium. Okay. Well then, let's not be in here. Let's have a quick look at our loot. We have a Psycho Staff, which is... identical. We have a scrappy auto gun, which does less damage, has a little bit better rate of fire and range, but does do less damage. Let's just bit of that one as well, and an axe. I'm gonna give him an... Oh, I can't give him an axe as a second weapon? Yes, I can. We're gonna add that to cargo for now.
What lies beyond?
Let's go to the officer's deck and get this ship back under control. I can only imagine myself inside this lift thinking, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. He's dead.
Your ship's as good as ours. It's all over for you.
I
I shall pity not your enemies. I shall heed not their pleas.
Somebody shoot this man!
I shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
I told you he would protect us.
My God, my light, my Emperor.
Ladies and gentlemen, Argenta, the Sister of Battle.
Sister Argenta! Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you?
Just who are you to be so brazen about your inquiries? I'll introduce myself after you do the same.
Allow me, mistress. Sister Argenta, sacred warrior of the Adeptus Sororitas. Sister, this is Mistress von Valancius, a member of the Rogue Traders House.
The hour is dark and daunting. Ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the archenemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelthrad the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation. So I suggest we all do just that.
I am no traitor.
If you speak truthfully, the Emperor will not forsake you. If you are lying, you will not escape his retribution.
I will find out in the long run.
I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
Of course you can. We're off the Lord Imperium.
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation. Under more appropriate circumstances.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice.
Who are these people with you?
Overseer of Middle Deck AL-84, my lady. We were rounding up everyone we could find in the attack compartments, but we ran into an ambush. Just about every enforcer fell. These are the survivors.
What is happening on the officer's deck?
Massacre, my lady. And heretics are not just killing the crew. Some kind of blight is sweeping through the decks, filling the air. I saw people going mad the moment they breathed it in, screaming about seeing their dead comrades, tearing out their eyes. I implore you, my lady, be on your guard.
Let's get to the main hall of the deck.
Through this door. I shall join you, for it is my duty to the god...
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a Tectomat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Good to hear it. Sister?
Ready. May Terra's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
Love a good old sermon. Good. Ooh, a well-maintained lasgun. We'll go and replace what we've currently got. That gives us an extra damage, basically. That's about it. Always add to cargo. We're gonna keep that one in my inventory for now, though. That's the hole she blew through. Oh. I didn't know if I was particularly finished here, but there might be something back in that corridor. So, let us...
I woke up with a feeling of wonder, as if a field of flowers was blossoming nearby.
Run, fools! Or fall!
Wahahaha, have that shot in the back of your head. We're gonna go and stick you in there. We'll stick CC left. Idira can go right, because... Oh no, wait, you can't quite get into cover there. You can go left, where you can get into cover. And then, of course, Avalad can go straight up the middle. And you missed.
Fate claims another one.
He's she sounds so upset by that. He's dead. Assume they're probably all pretty much on a 45% chance. He's in 2 pieces. Sister Argenta.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
And none shall. Oh, the reinforcements have arrived, not ours. Few more heretics to kill. Not I've got a problem with that.
Doubt is for the weak.
Run and gun.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Oh, missed.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Yeah, we don't actually really need to gain momentum. We don't have any of our heroic acts just yet.
Me.
Chaos guides you. That's unfortunate.
I'll do it.
Oh, we missed again.
Death to the weak.
Adira is definitely... Oh, we can't get... They are too far apart. That's a pain.
There is movement in the Empyrean.
I'm gonna go and take this one out. Simply because... he hasn't had his go yet, Esther.
Was that you?
For warning to Abelard. And we'll just call that there, to be honest.
My place is at the fore.
Let's go and take out this guy.
One fewer target.
And then we may as well brace for impact.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Can only assume that was a miss. I didn't see anything.
Chaos guides me.
Ah, yes, come to me.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Still behind the chair. Everyone kind of stays in cover. Oh, not if I go to there, though.
Shattered foes in my wake.
I missed. That's a little bit devastating. Argenta. Can you...
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Yep, Argenta can pick up where DC left off. Can't see that one. We can get this one though.
I know what is to come.
Let's get them out of Abelard's way and maybe he can get into these guys at the back.
On it.
I assume this doesn't stack. No, it does not. Have you come to here and then
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
charge down this one.
I've suffered worse.
Oh, I've got somebody right next to me. Let's go and change weapon. Why not? Go for a weapon swing.
Is my muse.
Yeah, they did. I'm just gonna skip Argenta because I should be able to...
They who discern the future own the battlefield. What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Done. D. Too easy. Nice, just a little bit of goods.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
We did miss something in the corridor. A load of goods. Oh, we've got a scroll on the table. Grab that. Goods. Open the door. Logic 100%. Sure we can manage that.
Genius triumphs.
Genius triumphs. We have goods. And we have... Ooh, we have a pair of gloves. +3 to tech use.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Sure, tech use, 100%.
Another notch.
Tech use, 100%.
Applaud my brilliance.
We have power. Open the door. Logic, 100%.
There. Done.
Sure, tech use, 100%.
Yes. Genius.
Oh, a
triumphs.
shotgun, beautiful. And another med kit and some melter charges.
Oh, my nerves are frayed.
Some more goods. We got over this half. Oh, more goods in the corner. Just goods, no other items. Alright then, so if we come to here, we got a pair of gloves, tech use +3, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I do actually win on tech use, just slightly, so we'll have those gloves. And a shotgun, we're gonna have that too. Just in case anybody wants a really close
There will be no peace in my wake.
and personal hug. Let's go and blow up the door. Can't find a way through.
Duty prevails.
Make a way through. We get a level for that. Revel in Slaughter. At the end of combat, the soldier gains the following bonus. After we kill 3 enemies, complete. We get Endure, get temporary hit points. Dira gets Exposed Weakness. And then Argenta will also get Revel in Slaughter, because she is also a soldier. Same as me. Let's go through the gap we just got and created.
Oh, what lies beyond?
More goods. Blow it up.
The Emperor favors me today.
Yes, he does. 5% armor. Nice. Very nice indeed.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Another multi-key.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
Massive podium rises above the gap in the main temple. Bold architectural design that could turn into disaster with a well-placed shot. So, let's go and give Abelard 5% more armor. Let's go and not show the helmet. Apply. Well, we may actually want to show the helmet on some of the other characters. I'm going to go probably not on her. Maybe on Adira, because I feel like the helmets we're going to be getting might be more like
of a world,
kind of ocular things. No, a couple of items. Yeah. I got really loud. Can't see a thing. The roar of flames rings in your ears, and the choking smoke makes you cough and gasp for air. You instinctively recoil from the scorching heat, wiping your face. A moment later, a hazy silhouette forms in the raging wall of fire. You are surrounded by ear-splitting noise and screaming, yet you distinctly hear the sound of footsteps. And then you see the figure walk out of the fire towards you. It is Theodora von Valentius.
Are you lost, my heir?
That sounds just like her.
An apparition. A sorceress. Apparition. Trickery of the warp.
Sister, you will lower your weapon. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous.
How did you get here?
I am a rogue trader. I am wherever my will demands me to be. Would you prefer to be elsewhere at this time? Indubitably. But are you ready? I can lead you out of these flames, show you a path, rid you of pain, and give you a weapon so that you may defeat your enemies.
Do not listen
I'm gonna
to
have
this
to pass.
abomination. If there is naught but his light in your heart, if you are resolute in your faith, then step into the flames. The Emperor protects. His faithful will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises. Nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of faith in their soul.
To the void with you. We need to follow Lady Theodora.
The people! The survivors from the middle decks! We must help the crew! Lead them out! Find a way around!
I give you Dogmatic, Heretical, and Iconoclast.
Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Edel.
We're gonna go Iconoclast.
What are we waiting for?
That is what we're going for this playthrough. We are gonna try and reach level 5, which should be a little bit easier. That's just really loud. Which should be a little bit easier because we are in fact sorry.
They will see. Where did it go? The thing that was standing in front of us in the fire? I could have sworn.
To the same place all unholy visions go. Do you want to follow it, witch?
Children. As I was saying, yes, should be a little bit easier on this playthrough because, again, some way through the last playthrough, we sorry, not we. The developers did actually make it so you get more points from the choices you choose when it comes to Dogmatic, Heretical, and Iconoclast. So we didn't actually reach level 5 for Dogmatic last time, which was a bit of a shame because we did 90% plus choose Dogmatic approaches. I don't think I really could have done too much more.
Everyone, applaud
Now this I
my
love.
brilliance.
Both of them open fire.
Patience. Oh, my nerves are frayed.
Too late. We are too late. Or perhaps Edelthrad and his escort never made it here. Which would be even worse.
Or they could be fighting on the bridge as we speak. Without us.
Oh no. Okay, no, we're still going. Here are our people, though.
My lady, I beg your pardon for interrupting. The people are asking for orders. You came back to save us. So now we will follow you through thick and thin.
To the bridge. If Edelthrad is there, then he requires immediate assistance. I say there is one thing that I find most troubling. The Lord Captain's Voxcasts. They are still coming in, even though it would make sense for Lady Theodora to be on the bridge right now, at the head of the counter-assault. I feel uneasy. What if the Lord Captain is besieged in her own chambers? With your permission, I suggest that we confirm for ourselves that she is not. We can use the same elevator that Lady Theodora and Mort headed for earlier.
All right, then. So they're going to go to the bridge. We're actually going to come back this way. And grab some more goods. All useful. You want to grab as many goods as you can.
What
Because
lies beyond?
this will allow you to... Big old generator. When you draw closer, your skin begins to tingle from static discharges. Because yes, then you will be able to get better standing with the factions, and so therefore get better items earlier on.
We should deal with this.
Yes, we should. There's our little secret entrance. Go get these goods, however. Yep, just some goods.
Nothing escapes my sight.
What didn't escape your sight? What didn't escape your sight? I'm confused. Oh, goods, maybe? I don't know. I don't think it was the goods. Maybe this? Not a stateroom. It's true. Goods. Oh, we got some logic +3. And we have a computer system that I
Curiosity sings in my veins.
can do nothing with. Now, logic. We should be the highest on this as well. Due to the fact that we seem to have a +5 intelligence off everyone else. We want to go to the Lord Captain's quarters. We are slowly making our way through the ship to the bridge. We're kind of... The prologue's almost a bit like a tour. Like, oh yes, and here on the left side we have the lovely auditorium. Excuse me 1 second, 5 heretics to kill. And then you run in and kill a whole bunch of heretics. Yes, we've almost finished our tour of the ship. We've got the Rogue Trader's quarters. And then we shall have... Oh, anybody for a quick nap? Mwah.
Ha! There will be no peace in my wake.
Or a quick bath. Oh, we can't actually get in the bath. Let's see what else we've got. We've got a dead body. We've got 2 dead bodies. A dogmatic helmet. Well, no one's dog... Oh, no. That can go on Argenta. Theodora von Valentius's body is sprawled on the large, blood-drenched desk. The Archmilitant's corpse, still clutching a weapon, is slumped against one of the bulkheads.
Emperor, accept thy faithful souls.
No! Lord Captain, I didn't hear a thing. Not a whisper, not a breath. It was so loud. Why didn't I foresee this?
Lord Captain. Who would even dare? Unless that rat, Voidsphere.
I doubt it.
It could have happened in the heat of battle. Not to mention that Mort was here, and he would have protected Lady Theodora to the last. How could Mort have failed her so terribly? The Archmilitant was born on a death world. He had lightning-fast reflexes.
One day we may find out.
I can look at things in my own way. If you find something that might bear the imprint of the killer, just give it to me, and I'll try to see what secrets it holds.
Examine Theodora's body. Getting close to the body, the cause of death is apparent. What ended the Rogue Trader's life was an auto-pistol shot, an extraordinarily accurate one at that. Theodora's face bears an expression of surprise, the last emotion she experienced in life. Something on the floor catches your eye, a heap of blood-spattered parchment, and scrolls that may have fallen off the desk. As you lean down for a closer look, you notice something else, small shards of glass scattered on the floor. Inspect the shards by the desk. Found on the floor, and it as much as you can ascertain. Upon closer examination, the shards appear iridescent rather than completely transparent. The shards tell you.
I see streaks of color, luminescence, blue lights, faces drawing closer. Lady Theodora and Conrad and what is that? Ah! Something dark, enormous. Oh, this glass thing was something foul, that's for sure. Tainted witchcraft.
Inspect the papers. I get a handwritten letter with a seal. Seal sends a shiver down your spine. Why? Because it's from the Inquisition. And we all love those guys. Examine the Archmilitant's body. An auto pistol shot went straight through Mort's forehead, spraying the floor and the furniture around with blood-brain matter and shards of his skull. The safety on the Archmilitant's weapon is off. The killer must have been a split second quicker than he. We'd best be on our way.
Yes, the Crucible. No, wait! We must see if we can find anything.
Idira, you can't bring her back. Let her go.
You'd give up so easily, old man? I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a heart. But you? Oh no. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll find the one responsible for murdering the Lord Captain. And when I do, that scum will regret the day they were born.
Hey, David, how you doing? Happy New Year. Hope you had a Merry Christmas. And yeah, we are playing more Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader. We started a new playthrough. We're going for Iconoclast. Oh, we got a beautiful cloak. +5 Shadow Fellowship for each enemy in a 2-star radius. Murder scene looks like something caught the victims by surprise. No one had any time to react. A Theodora's Rosary. Got a piano.
They will see. Oh, yes, they all will see.
Madness, madness, and more madness. Right, you're gonna get the helmet. Right, I suppose, why not you? And Commerce and Law Imperium. We've got a 40-30. Got a 35-35. 30-30. And a 30-35. So do I get them both up to 45? Or do I get one up to 50 and one up to 40? You know what? We'll just put it on me for now. I think Law Imperium's a little bit better than Commerce, if I'm perfectly honest. So let's get that up to 45. Oh! Another fight.
More enemies to face judgment. We are truly blessed this day.
Surrender to the dark powers!
Yes, truly blessed. I'm actually going to stick Abelard over in this direction. Dira, oh, you can go far left as well. Argenta, let's stick you in here, and myself in here. What type of a conquest? What do you mean by conquest? Like I said, we're playing Iconoclast, if that's what you mean. And so we're going to be going for, I don't know, for the people. I think that's what Iconoclast is, really. Best way to describe it. Abelard, Abelard, Abelard. Let's simply step into here.
It will be done.
And let's potentially charge into this guy. Oh, he parried. How dare he? And then brace for impact.
A wicked thought.
Very wicked thought.
Another one is shattered.
He just blew up in lots and lots of little pieces.
Schemes within schemes.
Oh, going for ranged.
We taught you to fight like this.
Our main character, she is a arch-militant, and she's currently a soldier. Yeah, we're going for a ranged character. Let's get rid of these guys. Okay, let's have you run and gun.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Rookies! Gah!
It's okay, you can't be hurt.
Anything else?
My ears are ringing.
Once again, you cannot be hurt. It's glorious. Combat Servitor, and then let's lower his stats. Beautiful. Hey, a whole 6 damage. And a dodge. We're gonna have you charge this guy.
Victory is imminent. Reduced to dust.
And then we're gonna have you attack
Indeed.
this guy.
Grey hair, sure hand.
Beautiful. Then we're gonna go for
Let's see.
single shooting, I think,
I'll do it.
so that we do not basically go and murder Abelard.
Will do. Be gone.
Yeah, that's what I like to see. And another level. Always add to the cargo zone. Let's take that back. Back all. And that should fit beautifully onto Abelard. If their intelligence is less than 35, which it is. Got a bonus 5 to toughness. Nothing back or anywhere along here. This place has been very much trashed. And so yes, we have a level. So let's go for the level up. And this is where things do become a little bit fun. There are a lot of skills. Adjacent ally, maybe. Yeah, probably grab that one as well in the grand scheme of things. Maybe. Probably not. Demolition instead of intelligence. Possibly, we'll keep an eye on that. Bullets for everybody. Full wounds. Second skin, which is probably what we're going to go and grab. We get an extra 18% dodge. Potentially that one as well. We probably want most of these, looking at it. Potentially. Rapid fire no longer reduces damage. Okay, yeah, no, that's actually really good. Turn image to the starting point of dash will consider the soldier their lowest priority target during the next turn. Well, soldier has an ally adjacent to them. Controlled shot costs -1 AP to use. Don't want combat Medicae. Okay, then coming down. Pass willpower resistance test using their fellowship value instead of willpower. That'll probably be a good thing. First attack of opportunity every round, so that is good. My character, high character is 2 MP. Not going to be getting melee superiority or ranged weapons deal extra damage. We'll be getting that probably in the long run. Plus 5% to rate of fire for every attack they have made. Possibly not. Adjacent to any ally, the commander deals an additional 14% damage to all enemies adjacent to the commander's allies. Yeah, it's a little bit finicky, that one. Ranged attacks, area attacks gain 20% to dodge reduction, parry reduction, and cover penetration. Very much. Under the regimental text, killing an enemy adjacent to an ally grants that ally additional 10 momentum. Yes, very much so as well. We do, of course, want to be getting not so much base skills at this point, but characteristics of training, ballistic skill, perception, And probably Fellowship as well. Right there, Fellowship. Probably not Combat Master or Dual Weapon or Dueling. Maybe Grenadier. It will not die, definitely. We will probably get some, or one or two of the Weapon Specialists. I'm not quite sure what we're going to be using, because for instance, if I use Argenta as well, I don't want to be fighting for the same weapons. So there is that. So, you know, obviously, for instance, she'll be definitely getting the bolters, and then maybe I give her the flamer. Maybe I give them both flamers, in fact, because they are glorious weapons. And I then maybe go more of a long-ranged kind of a thing. Snipers, maybe, as an instance. So we'll see how we feel about that. But yeah, we're going to get the second skin, 18%. I'm going to go and jump to Argenta very quickly, because it's the same. So let's skip back this way. Each adjacent, yeah, ally, exploit surroundings. Increased by +1% until the end of combat. I mean, I feel like I'm quite often not going to be in cover, that's the thing. Yeah, we'll get that. Rack and Ruin. Yep, rapid reload. Soldier gains 8% critical hit chance. This bonus is doubled against enemies from which the soldier is protected by cover at the moment of the attack. Probably not that. Probably not combat. Well, maybe combat medic. I don't know. Maybe. Demolition instead of intelligence. Very much so. Enough bullets for everybody. Very much so. Fortress. Possibly. Possibly not. Full wounds. Yes. Muzzle velocity. Possibly not. Point blank. Probably. Second skin. We're going to go grab that straight away. That's an extra 20% dodge on Argenta. For valid slaughter. Attack, suffer +3 damage. Oh, tracer trajectory. Yep, probably. Rapid fire no longer reduces damage. Controlled shot. I'm not quite sure what controlled shot is, to be honest. Unless that's just my normal shot. Who knows? +10 bonus to all characteristics and +2 to resolve. Yeah, potentially. Doing my part. Oh, that's not going to happen. Maybe, depending on if we can get other people to take up Low Xenos and Low Warp. So increased by maybe. Stronger together, yes, we will end up getting that. I'm assuming it's not ballistic skill, perception maybe? No, where do you put your agility, actually? Thinking about it, yes, humanity's finest. We'll get that shared around. Melee flame and melter attacks against demons and psychers deal an additional +6 damage, +18 damage, very much so. The devoted and their allies in the area of effect of Warhammer Inferior Society gain +1 damage for single shots and attacks of opportunity for one. Yeah. All enemies in the area of effect of Warhammer Inferior Society will gain +1 stack disturbed. That's actually not bad. Shield of Faith. +12% armor against attacks of demons and warp damage. That's also very nice. The Emperor protects. Maybe. Characteristic training. We will be getting agility for demolition. Ballistic skill. Perception. We will very much be getting it will not die and nimble. We will very much. We have flame weapons. No, there is nothing about flame weapons. We will, of course, getting bolt weapon expert and probably getting breaking point. Does require heavy weapon. It's they've got them in alphabetical order. It's kind of annoying how they don't, for instance, put the Aldari weapon, the weapon proficiencies together, etc., etc. Bit easier if they were grouped. We don't want dual weapon combat. We don't want Dukari weapons, dueling flame weapon expert. And I already have that. She already has power armor proficiency, so we don't need to worry about that. Maybe heavy weapon proficiency. Probably not Laz, not melee, not melter. Overpower? Oh, maybe. If we go heavy. Plasma won't happen with those. Like I said, we already have power armor, power weapon. Solid projectile weapon. Maybe. Whoops, no, I don't want to grab that now. Whoops, let's go and make sure we grab the right thing. Where are we? Second skin. Extra 20% dodge. Complete. Okay. I apologize, this is taking a little bit of extra time, but, you know, if we can do this nice and early on, then it will definitely help us going forward. Yeah, probably get that. The warrior's melee attacks deal an additional 3 damage to enemies that have no allies in it. Well, no, we kind of have everybody around us. His enemies not armed with melee weapon. Possibly not. That was possibly not. That was probably and possibly all in one. If the warrior has less than 50% wounds, they gain 30% critical hit chance. I'll star it, but maybe not. Epicenter of slaughter was probably thick skin. What we're probably going to go and grab now. Attacks of opportunity deal minus 20% less damage to the warrior. Movement within range of attacks of opportunity costs minus 1 MP less. We'll grab that. Grab that. Crowd kill. Each enemy in the area of effect. Very much so. When the warrior takes damage, they gain 11% dodge. Attacks up to 3 times. If they've not attacked this turn, they gain 20% armor. The warrior uses a single shot attack or a melee attack against a target. The warrior gains 50% armor against attacks made by that target for 1 round. Very much. Oh, what did we miss? Blade Fury. No, we won't be wanting that. Hardened Scars. Yep. Impetus. Distance of 5 or more cells, probably. Yep, we will be definitely going for parries. When the warrior ends their turn near an enemy affected by the sworn enemy ability, the warrior gains plus 7 temporary wounds. We'll probably be okay. Enemies suffer minus 10% penalty to their hit chance with ranged attacks against the warrior for every enemy in a 1-cell radius around the warrior. Definitely. So no enemies adjacent to the warrior at the start of the turn. The warrior's damage increased, but nah, not really. Charge and push increase damage of ranged attacks made against affected enemies. Increase charge distance by 3 cells, so that one could actually become useful. Reckless Fury. Attack scores a guaranteed critical hit. Yes, very much so. Rigorous Training. Possibly. Possibly doing my part. The same archetype. Maybe, actually. Hero World characters again, plus 10%. Again. Maybe, depending on if we've got somebody else to take up the slack. And stronger together. I'm going to guess this guy was toughness. Yes, we definitely want that shared. Do not falter. The entire combat. Gain an extra turn with 0 P and F3 MP and increase their coverage by plus 20% by 1 round. Use any ranged weapon in threatened areas. Knocks enemies prone and pushes them 1 cell back. Left right brace for impact suffer only half the damage from all attacks of opportunity. And so we will definitely be wanting... I don't want bolter or chain weapons. Heavy weapons, but weapon expert, no. So we will be wanting to gain strength, toughness, and weapon skill will be the big 3. With a potential for agility. Combat Master, very much so. I don't think we're going to go for dual weapon combat. Dueling, very much. Flame, Grenadier, no. Heavy weapon proficiency we already have, which is fantastic. Sorry, heavy armor. It will not die. Yes. maybe. Sweep or shove, that's got a fair chance of getting it in there. Nimble, possibly, but probably at the lower end. Overpower, no. Plasma weapons or melter weapons, probably not. Don't quite have a strength of 45 yet. Power weapon expert, maybe? The other one for the maybe is the chain weapon. Depends which direction we think we're going to go. Let's go ahead and hit I want to say complete. What did we get? Yes. I want to grab that. And then for the operative... maybe. I think there's a low chance of that one. Those weakness costs 0 AP, very much. The operative gains +1 damage and +2% armor penetration until the end of combat. Nice. Weak body, weak soul. Reduces enemies' toughness and willpower by -9. Very much so. If the operative attacks a target affected by an exploit from a distance of 11 cells or further. Wow. Maybe. Well, the operative's perception bonus is 10 or higher. They gain +1 AP and ignore enemies' deflection. Maybe. I have to see how that works with other things. If the target of Analyzer enemies has 2 or more exploits, that target suffers 1 additional exploit. Okay. Continuous analysis. At the start of the operative turn, the enemy with the largest number of exploits receives an additional exploit stack. Maybe. Covert protocol. The operatives at half cover. Their cover efficiency increased by 15%. Maybe. Improved tactics. Tactical knowledge requires 3 exploits instead of 4 and increases the operative's damage by an additional 8% once at this threshold. Maybe I have to see what that is. Because the enemy loses 3 MP and their damage uses by 10% for the next turn. Yep, quite possibly. Informed hit. Precise attack on a target affected by 7 or more exploits and scores a hit. A target... I don't know, that's a lot. Precise attack grants the operative a bonus to perception equal to... Maybe. Maybe. Have to kind of see about... The operative's allies gain +1% hit chance and critical hit chance whilst attacking targets affected by exploits. Maybe. -7% less damage from enemies affected by exploits. That's great, because if I get the one that kind of affects everybody at the beginning of all of my turns, then that's -8% damage from everything. On the first turn in combat, the operative randomly distributes the same number of exploits when using Analyze enemies among all enemies in a 10-cell radius around the operative. Things like that. If an enemy affected by exploit within 5 cells when the operative attacks the operative or their ally, the enemy suffers 1 additional exploit. Well, +1 more damage of single shot attacks for every... Yeah, probably not really going to be using single shot. Sniper expertise, all that. Terrifying presence, all that. Uncanny sight. The operative inflicts an exploit even on enemies which are out of the operative's line of sight at the start of the turn. Very much. Edge of Fate. 15% critical hit chance. The first critical hit removes this effect. All allies under the effect of at least 1 psychic power gain additional +7% armor penetration. Every 9th successful dodge or parry by the Psycho and their allies combined grants the Psycho an additional +2 AP. Now, especially once we get, say, Abelard into his full mode where he should be parrying everything, that could actually be really good. First dodge attempt of every enemy in combat suffers a -14% penalty. And when the Psychic uses a divination psychic power on an ally without unnatural luck, they get unnatural luck. When the ally suffers a critical hit chance, it becomes a normal hit instead. Every time the Psychic deals mental damage from any source other than Aftershock, the target suffers half as much mental damage at the end of their next turn. The enemies that have taken damage from the Psycho at least once suffer a -20 penalty to all resistant tests against the Psyker till the end of combat. Enemies that have failed a willpower resistance test against any of the Psyker's psychic powers will suffer an additional +6 direct damage every time they suffer mental damage until the end of combat. That will couple very nicely if I potentially use Idira and Cat at the same time. Anytime an enemy becomes a target of any particular Psycho ability for the first time, This enemy suffers a -5 penalty to their intelligence perception, and the Psyker's intelligence perception increases by +2 until the end of combat. Maybe? Whenever the Psyche kills an enemy with a psychic power dealing more damage than the target's wounds, the excess damage will be dealt to the enemy closest to the target. Yes. Enemies that become the targets of the Psyker's psychic power. Hang on. Enemies that become the targets... Enemies that become targets of the Psyker's psychic powers gain a stacking -5% penalty to their dodge and parry until the end of combat. Yeah, we can go for that. Warp mines. Every 6 use of a psychic power by the Psyker... all enemies get... yeah. Enemies suffering from the blinded, stunned, immobilized, or prone effect inflicted by the Psyker suffer... inflicted by the Psyker. Probably not. Definitely stronger together. I'm going to guess maybe willpower? Yes, willpower. Very nice. Puts my awareness up nice and high. Although, no, willpower affects actually nothing, which is a bit of a shame. Ready to serve? No, doing my part. No other character has... maybe? I don't know if we're going to use Pascal on this playthrough. And maybe better to die for the Emperor. And now we just get to the Psycho stuff. Like I said, I do apologize, folks. There is so much in this game. It take a bit of time to do it. It does help a little bit. Comes to target psychic power. This target gains +10 to weapon skill and ballistic skill until the end of combat. Lovely. Force weapon attacks deal... probably not. Heroic act by the Psyker decreases... well, maybe, but not so much at this stage because I don't think much of her heroic ability. Well, the Psyker is not in the target's line of sight, or the Psyker is in cover, or resistant tests of the target suffering -8 penalty. Yeah, why not? After triggering psychic phenomenon or perils of the warp, first time each turn, the Psyker's next psychic power costs -1 less action point. Whenever the Psyker uses a damaging psychic power on targets that are 6 cells or further, suffer more damage, and then we will take Minoris, Majoris, Terminus, and Extremus, of course, as soon as they become available. The Psyker's psychic powers that have a range of 2 cells or more have their range increased by 4. The first psychic power used each turn increases veil degradation by 2 points less. Okay, we'll go for that. Subtle manipulation. The Psyker can use damaging psychic power while being threatened by enemies. Yes, very much. And thriving in peril. Every perils of the warp increases momentum by +11. Then we come down to advanced skills, so we will very much want... what are we going to want? We're probably going to want very much willpower. Where are we? Willpower. Probably not much else. Maybe intelligence. And then when we come to things like perception... dodge chance against an enemy's attack. So probably perception as well as a third. Probably don't want bolter or chain weapons. Some of the base skills, of course, I haven't ticked those for anybody. They may come into effect. Not dueling master. It will not die, definitely. Maybe grenadier. Probably not, but maybe. Nimble, most definitely. And that'll probably be that. But we haven't actually chosen our skill yet, have we? I'm thinking maybe nimble. That gives me a plus 10% bonus to dodge. Potentially just jump in straight for something like willpower. Well, then let's actually see some of the stuff we've gone to tick. Now, pretty much everything. We don't need more range just yet. Less veil degradation, maybe. Six cells further away gains 3 more damage. Forcing reality, advice and guidance, maybe stronger together. But let's go stronger to. Yeah, no, maybe not. Maybe not quite stronger together quite yet. Pain channeling. Enemies that become get a -5% penalty to their dodge and parry. Let's go for that. Knowing what fight comes up very shortly. So I believe there's maybe a fight just before it? I feel like I should have my heroic axe by now, but I clearly don't. Let's go and...
Patience. My nerves are frayed.
Let's go and run into the final fight of the prologue.
The second sacrifice draws its gaze.
And we go and interrupt things. Everybody open fire.
Help has arrived. Too late to change the tide, I'm afraid. But if there is any honor in you, we can at least die with dignity and give our lives for the rogue trader.
Theodora is dead.
God Emperor preserve us. The rogue traitor is dead. The ship has lost her Lord Captain, and the house its head.
I know as well when he said we turned up too late to make a difference. I feel like even if we turned up on time, this goes exactly the same way.
No matter what ritual Kunrad is performing there, the warp is too strong. I cannot withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second. The warp
Wow,
is
stop
ringing.
complaining, man. Man up.
I've seen it before. We'd better get away from him. The changes are already accelerating.
Ship can be steered out of the warp.
Then we have no right to bow our heads.
Good. Again, I pointed it out last time, that character changed from a woman to a man in between the cutscene and now. You see Conrad Vodka clearly in the gloom of the bridge. The broken blade he is holding is stained with dark drops that seem to have a pearlescent glimmer to them.
We are out of time.
Draw your weapon.
What? Theodora is dead? No, that can't be. Not now. I still haven't...
The ritual will not be completed. I'll take care of it. And you, see to it that the void ship breaks free from the warp. Watch over our realm. And farewell.
Edelthrat, don't! Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
Will it not? Hello, beautiful. So we have a chaos spawn.
Vigor, our Emperor, imbue us!
You'll make a suitable sacrifice.
So who can get to where? We're gonna stick you on this side. We're gonna stick you by there. We're gonna stick you next to her. And we're gonna stick... yeah, Abe's gonna go by there. Got one guy down here, 4 guys here, 1 guy down here. That makes 6, plus our beautiful Chaos Spawn makes 7. Who has natural armor and eats his allies. So we want to avoid that as much as possible. So let us very much
A wicked thought.
don't shoot your friends. I'm gonna see if I can take these guys out. Oh, nice. Got rid of one of them. That's good. That's one less person for him to eat.
Schemes within schemes.
Let's run and gun. And oh, I may as well do this. Although 95% chance. That's may as well just go for that.
Claims. Another one.
He dead. Ravel in slaughter. 2 people are dead. Idira. He doesn't unfortunately link to anybody. He does, but yeah, so hang on, let's do this first.
But of course.
And we've hit our heroic act. Let's analyze the enemy now. And then let's use expose weakness and decrease his stats. We're not going to use heroic on Idira. Rending Scream.
Just a minor setback.
Seems to have done nothing. What's Rending Scream supposed to do?
Strengthens me.
Oh, suffers bleeding. No, nobody. Oh, yeah.
To the heretic.
2 people suffered bleeding. Okay, that heretic cutthroat is going down, basically. Let us...
Strike is a prayer.
Okay, so the 2 guys left standing.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
And...
Power resides in the will of the righteous.
Go Firearm Mastery. Now, I don't think I can hit either of these 2. Almost positive. Cannot. Let's just keep firing at this guy. Hooray! I thought we were going right every time, so I thought if I am left, maybe we'll hit him.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
A little bit more momentum, not much, but hey, let's keep bringing it back up. Nice. 1 guy left. That could be a pain. Let's endure. Brace for impact. Let's actually walk around to this side.
At your beck and call.
And then let's swing away. I don't think I need to heal myself or anything at this point. Ouch.
Weather the storm. Pain soothes my soul.
We're not going to be able to actually get to see that guy because once again, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna try and stop mentioning it, but the whole elevation thing is, I don't know, it's crooked basically, a little bit crooked. 73%.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Oh, I've upset him. I have upset him. Now, Idira. Yes, right. So let's forewarning on Abelard.
Was that you? Or
Oh wait, I'm setting myself up for a bit of failure here.
anything is?
Oh, bad times. We've got a bit of poison thrown at us.
Break them all!
Pain cleanses the body.
Kinda needed you to kill that guy, so that's unfortunate.
Doubt is for the weak.
Follow my lead.
Right, I'm gonna bring Abe around to this side now. Once again, endure.
Victory is imminent. Target well struck.
Target very well struck. Very nice. Can I like charge to a different section of him? No.
Death to non-believers.
Oh. Ow.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Just ow. That does put me in not being able to shoot this guy from up here is just a big pain, really. Yeah, kind of puts me a little bit too close to him for my comfort, to be honest. Let's just say where I am, I think.
Oh. Sword.
But not by much.
Run and gun.
Let's see.
Do the same thing again.
Who forced you to fight like this?
Down to 32 health.
Stop it!
Now I feel like he is going to go and eat his friend, quite frankly. Because, his friend is still available to be eaten, quite frankly, is the reason. Yep. An extra 42 health?
Soul shall become like fire.
No, I don't actually need to see that. Does it... Also removes bleeding.
Blessed be the hand of the healer.
Alright, we still have... Probably because I'm stood in the freaking toxin. Why is it claiming that I can't see him from any of these positions? Hang on, let's go click on the wrong... No, I can't go to there, that's fine. The crew officer is down, unconscious. Let's come to here.
Rejoice in battle!
Let's potentially not stand in the toxin.
Rookies! I've suffered worse.
I'll take it.
It will be done.
Keep the endure up. And keep swinging. What are we down to? 38 health. I think this might trigger an attack of opportunity, but let's go for it. Oh no. Beautiful.
I should have foretold that.
Oh no. Oh no, Rogue Trader is down. That's not good.
But of course. On it.
13 damage, down to 25 health.
I will avenge you.
We've got more people going down. Beautiful. 3 damage.
Even taught you to fight like this.
Nice. 3 health remaining.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay, we're actually out of bullets. Woo! Finished by the crew enforcer. What we like to see. Now that didn't go as well as last time, but we got through it, so it's okay. But no, definitely didn't go as well as last time. Let us potentially, yes, pick up these goods. A blade shard is always interesting. Mantle of heroism. Each heroic act used in battle increases the wearer's dodge by plus 20%. That's actually very nice. That's going to go on me. And the other thing was gloves, which gets an injury or falls unconscious in combat. That allies gain plus 1 bonus to damage until the end. I don't really like those, to be honest. I don't think I want to have anything to do with those and what they're trying to promise.
Let us seize the moment.
This should just be... Oh, I thought this was heroic axe. Oh no, we've had our heroic axe. So we're going to go and get ballistic skill and reduce the list a little bit, but not much. Are there any down? Let's go and simply grab nimble. Continue to increase the dodge chance. Oh, we're doing it the other way around. Okay, okay. Plus 5 damage deflection against the first attack made by every enemy this combat. That's not bad. Although, let's go and grab 15% bonus to parry. And then... I think I'm gonna go weapon skill. Which round are we doing it? We're doing, okay, skills first. Let's go and grab... We don't want ballistic skill. Maybe intelligence. No, I'm thinking willpower. And can we go and increase... No, what do we need to get Minoris? Sanctioned Psyker, which we are not. Or a character level of 9. Okay, well that's a bit of a pain because then they're all gonna take me 5 more levels to get. I am not a sanctioned Psyker. That's a bit of a pain. And so then let's go and grab... Because allies gain 50% critical hit. Sure. Nice successful dodge or parry. In fact, no, let's go and grab Nimble as well. Keep ourselves alive, because as long as we're alive, we can do damage. As long as we're doing damage, we will eventually win. Basically. I'm thinking ballistic skill. Yep, get that up to a lovely 50. And then, if we come down to the good stuff, maybe Nimble as well. Yep, let's go Nimble. 90% dodge chance.
Did you want something?
I want everything.
In this tapestry of a world, I am...
The air.
Master Helmsman.
Master Helmsman. System
Rovor.
status report.
By the Emperor. It's the Seneschal. Living and breathing. Oh, well, there's a tricky question. The old place is so overgrown with foul wickedry, we'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for
We need to
throwing
re-establish
those
contact. Your words seem to knock the officers out of their stupor, and the air around you fills with voices and commands being issued. You hear someone sobbing. One of the survivors buckling under the stress. Abelhard cuffs the crying officer without even looking. That is probably one of my favorite statements in the whole game. I truly just picture a kind of Blackadder moment of Abelard just stood there and just like, psh, silence, get back to work. Possibly with more high shrill voices.
To the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. You may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valancius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence.
I am ready. Let's go sit on the throne, our glorious, glorious throne, and let's get out of here. And will somebody start sweeping up this debris off the floor? I mean, this is just despicable. A rogue trader with a bridge that's not even clean. Somebody get a mop and bucket. The image before you is hazy, swaying in sorcerous currents invisible to the mortal eyes, as if whatever is beneath this thin shell is constantly changing while still remaining the same. It is taken on the guise of Theodora, but the false rogue trader's eyes reveal the entity's true, surreal nature. One of Theodora's eyes is engulfed in otherworldly flame. The other, a vessel of ancient evil, bores into you. A voice seeps directly into your brain without ever reaching your ears, and this voice booms with all the horrors of the war.
Who are you to oppose destiny itself for the sake of lives that are not your own? So many threads stretch between you and other creatures of your world. Pitiful, worthless links, ready to shatter at the slightest touch. A muddled, erratic, pointless tangle.
I am saving my people. Do your worst, but you cannot stop me. He needs a cough throat.
Them.
Cough sweep.
Persuade them. Force them to walk your path. You will need followers, for destiny is preordained.
The glorious Lady Theodora, now slightly dead and slightly more warp.
The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy, a relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured, and the steps chosen. And yet, you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you. On the day when the final dawn rises over the Iron World, I see you by my side on that day. The day of my resurrection.
Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weaver of destinies.
They're all still carrying a giant sword.
I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me.
The path is set.
Good old Weaver of Destinies.
The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine.
Well, that was all a bit fun.
Seneschal, the Navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means...
The Navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the Von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory, along with that of all who died this day.
Seneschal, will you tell us now? Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision,
Hey,
it
Silent?
is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the Warrant of Trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lady. It is because of her toils that we all still live.
The deed is done, mistress. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
Because Lord Captain we now are.
The
Time for a bit of
treachery
cleanup.
the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members. Yet hope remained, for the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived. And through the strength of her resolve, saved those who were counting on her for protection.
And so safe we are, and that is the end of the prologue. We've managed to get through it. We are still in Grim Darkness mode. And, yeah. Just 5 chapters to go. Well, we'll see how we go. My genuine biggest fear is just to be wiped out by some stupid kind of like void combat thing or something. That is my genuinely biggest fear. Because I did die quite a lot in void combat in my last playthrough. A good 10 times, at least. Probably more in void combat than in normal combat. Hey, somebody cleaned up a bit. They've left a hole in the rug. Well then, your ladyship. You must now hold your first officer's briefing on your new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on the bridge, this will also be their first briefing. We sustained massive losses among the senior and middle-ranking officers. Some posts have had to be filled by the deputy, while others go unfulfilled entirely. And now the deck clans are deciding who will take over the leaderless crews. Dum 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 dum. How did we lose so many officers? It appears the heretics were deliberately targeting the vessel's command. They knew exactly whom they were looking for and where to find them. Shock and horror. You misspoke, surely. Lady Theodora before you was also the Lord Captain. Do not take your title literally. Take it as a sacred rank that remains unchanging no matter who bears it. Who bears the warrant? You have been chosen by the Emperor to carry the honorable burden of the rogue trader, High Gothic. Whence this title originates is a highly formal language, and so a certain level of inflexibility is to be expected. Well, there you go. Have we succeeded in tracking down Voidgear? No, we have not. In all the commotion, he has slipped away. Frankly, I would not be surprised to hear that we are now one shuttle short. Well, yes. Let's start the briefing. Continue. You have been given an order. Lord Captain C.C. von Valancius will personally conduct today's briefing. Perhaps you would introduce those present. Biggest Surrey Otter of the Tolleman line, our new Vox Master. Hello. It's an honor to serve. He will be giving me all of my whispers and rumors in and around the worlds and universe. Wow. Expanse, I should say. Is Ravor, the Master Helmsman, who we have met and who is amazing. And lastly, our high factotum, Janice Danrock. Also a very, very useful character. Overseeing the ship's vital functions, Master of Ordnance, responsible for the artillery on board, the Infernus Master, who puts out fires, and the Drive Master, servant of the Omnissiah. Is that everyone? Our Choir Master, the esteemed Zachary Weiss, head of the Astropath section, is unable to join us. He is in charge of our communication with distant star systems. Master Weiss has been in a trance for some time now. Two more individuals worthy mention cannot join us. Master at Arms and Confessor Adalbert. The eminent Adalbert must see to the funeral services. And Mistress Sauerbeck, who has replaced her late predecessor as a Master at Arms, is currently leading the search for any surviving agents of Voidgear. Sorry? Voidgear, not Voidgear. All others present are adjutants, secretaries, and deputies who are here to make records. Furnace Master's report. Well, the fires have been extinguished. In terms of material loss and crew casualties, has been complete. They're all with Janris. High Factotum, what have you got to report? We are still getting a full report. The task will require next to no involvement from moi. I will personally ensure that all damaged components are given to the tech priest's hands for attention and that all lost supplies are replaced. There's only one resource that I cannot replenish single-handedly, and that is people. We have lost more than 2,000 crew members, and unfortunately this number is not combined to the scum of the lower decks. We were able to make up our losses on the nearest planet, Rykad Minoris. However, the planet belongs to the Winterscale Rogue Trader Dynasty, and so we will have to ask nicely. Especially true given Callus and Winterscale's penchant for attacking first and asking questions later. Drive Master. Lord Captain, the foes that set upon this noble void ship destroyed the repositories of hundreds of machine spirits. The great warp engine entrusted into my charge is unharmed, thank the Omnissiah, but its spirit mourns its dead brethren. We have not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of assuaging its sorrow and anger. With great sorrow, I must report that the Engiseer Prime, Overseer and Spiritual Authority of all tech priests on board fell in battle. The Magus was betrayed by the little flesh remained part of him. Ooh la la, we require a replacement. Thank you. Master Helmsman. The outlook is bleak. The ship's sound, more or less, but without an Engiseer Prime and Navigator who fell in battle, we have no way to get out of the system. When we arrived in this system, my crew followed standard protocols and conducted a count of all available communication channels in the region. One of them was a Navis Nobilite station, which is a house of navigators, basically. The station maintains complete Vox silence, but even its presence here inspires hope. I'd grab this chance with both hands, or else you'll soon be eyeing up asteroids to use as your new residence. In good news, we can go around because we have lots of Promethium. Master of Ordnance. No, my job's simple. Maintain the arsenal on fire where I'm told. But just to ask anyone, we've got no able crew and no Lord Captain. You forget yourself. So what? The ship's in ruins, every second officer's dead, and now we've got a green Lord Captain who's supposed to lead us to Void knows where. Enforcers, seize him! Whack. I like how the punch had the sound of a chainsword. If only one officer out of the whole lot has fallen to pieces, then it's not bad. Your ladyship, I do humbly apologize on behalf of the entire crew. What would you have us do with a Master of Ordnance? We're going Iconoclast, so we'll go Iconoclast. Cease your sniveling, you disgrace yourself and your entire clan. Enough, the hysterics are over, let us resume. Master Ordnance stands up, wiping the blood from his broken nose. His face is a picture of shock. What just happened seems to be dawning on him only now, and the knowledge of the fate he so narrowly escaped. Okay, so to summarize, we have sustained serious losses in crew numbers. We require a new Engineer Prime and Navigator. Is there anything else? Not by the end of our trials, the ship systems must be properly inspected for major damage, which can only be carried out at Footfall Station. You tell us about the current system. I see to the Vox Master on this point. We are in the Rykat star system, and our voyage here was undertaken on the orders of your ladyship's predecessor. There are 3 inhabited bodies in this system, and our attempts to send Vox messages have produced confounding results. The Navis Nobilis station is silent. A distress signal came from the prison planetoid, and Ricomus Norris is also ignoring us. Situation not very encouraging. Without a navigator, a tech priest, and new crew members, we won't be able to travel anywhere else. Thank you for your reports. Dismissed. There's one other thing. A confidential matter of the most important Lady Theodora, your eternal esteemed predecessor, brought a ship here to the system for a reason. She was given a secret mission. I came across a strange handwritten letter. That is quite right. XC Xavier Calcazar. Lady Theodora is to take out the Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man, one Heinrichs van Kalox. An interrogator, you understand? All I know is that he is somewhere in the system. We must find him and deliver him to Footfall. We did work ahead of you, but there is a mere taste of the daily burden of a rogue trader. And then, we have the crazies coming. Idira, Sister Argenta, explain yourselves. The Psycho is suffering some ailment or dark madness. She insisted on seeing the rogue trader. I judged that it would be unwise to leave her unsupervised. I was also hoping to approach you with a personal request, but it can wait. Speak with me when you have time, rogue trader. Daybreak. Come to your senses. Your ladyship, here's the thing. I was trying to see the immediate future and it hit me so hard, my head is still spinning. Something very strange is heading our way. I can't make out what it is, no matter how hard I try. A single word is all I can make out. Daybreak, or maybe it's dawn. And it's ringing and ringing like an echo, like a bell. But if it's daybreak, then why is it so dark? We cannot extract any information of value from a single word. Can you tell us anything else, Mistress Glass? No, not yet anyway. The voices are going berserk, all shouting at once. I can't make sense of any of it. As soon as I know or sense anything, I'll report it all right. You want me to take a close look into your future and find me on the bridge when we can talk. Nothing else of value. I declare this briefing concluded. Everybody get back to work. And so there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the end. Hey, come back here. That is the end of the prologue, the end of our briefing speech, and so therefore also the end of this stream. We are a tiny bit early, but like I said, we're just going to leave it there. When we come back next time, we will see what Rykard Minoris has in store for us. Corpus Valentius. That is, I guess, my dictionary. Void ship management, of course. Let's have a quick look at our posts. Supreme Commander for a shock of 40. Master Cannoneer, of course. We won't... would I rather have Swing Run? No, I'd rather have a Shield Master for now. Master of Maneuvers. And of course our Warp Challenger, although I say that, our Arc Augury, which Flagship Snap Shot gains 2 extra range. Yep, we'll have that instead of that. So there you go. There's some posts filled in. Our character screens, our journal screens, personal quests, New Blood, Machine Spirit Keeper, and the Guide. Looking for trouble. Visit all 3 things, and by the right of blood, let's not show completed quests. It does get a little bit messy. Our inventory, I'm still interested to know what this blade shard's all about. Sure, we'll find a good use for it. Potentially, I don't remember that from the first playthrough, so this could actually have to do with the Void Shadows DLC. A map of our beautiful flagship, of my codex, my ship, my cargo, which, there you go, I'm not really too worried about it, to be honest. Cargo list, or cargo. We will have lots and lots of cargo going forward for us to hopefully then get lots and lots of good items. And our formation, which we can't really do much about because we don't have a party at this point. And so as I said, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we currently look like. This is how things currently are. We have holes in the carpet. We have several holes in the carpet. We need to get a mop and bucket. And we are ready to venture forth into the Rykad Minoris and see where we end up and what we end up doing. Of course, already having done it once, we have a rough idea. But we do have the Void DLC, and there were actually quite a few big changes whilst I was playing this the first time. So we will see what happens. And so until next time, as per always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for joining me. And until we see you again, as per always, I hope that you will stay safe, happy,